What is going on, guys? As you can see by my solar eclipse glasses, it is soon to be eclipse time. I'm gonna take these off so I can actually see you guys. This is Peacemaker coming at you with a quick announcement and a little overview. I don't know if many of you know what a solar eclipse is. I'm sure you've heard about it, at least if you don't. We're gonna kind of go over what a solar eclipse is, some of the things to do with the solar eclipse, the path of the solar eclipse, and just a little bit of interest. You know, this is something that I am super interested in. I am super interested in all space stuff, and it fits very well with my channel because we're a channel about exploration. So I am going to be going to the solar eclipse. I'll show you a rough location of where I'm going to be for that. I'm super excited. I've been planning this since the 2017 eclipse. It's going to be an awesome experience. I didn't get to experience totality in the 2017 eclipse due to circumstances, but I am definitely looking forward to this one. So there's two different types of eclipses. You have a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse. A solar eclipse is when the moon covers out the sun. So you have the umbra, which is basically the focal point of the shadow, and the penumbra, which is the exterior shadow created by the moon. So when they talk about specific coverage rates, those coverage rates are caused by the penumbra. The path of totality, the place where you're going to get 100% coverage, is going to be caused by the umbra, which is the focal point. The penumbra is the area that the moon covers a portion of the sun. So like out in Las Vegas, for instance, they're going to have roughly a 50% coverage versus somewhere like Dallas that's going to have totality. So with that being said, I'm going to jump over to nasa.gov, and they actually have an Eclipse Explorer here, which is pretty awesome. They have the 2017 path, the 2023 path, and the 2024 path. So, unfortunately, I was not lucky enough to see this particular eclipse at the time. I had about 90% coverage, but I didn't get to see this. And I have to say, the people that live in this area right now, I am very jealous of you. I know that you had to wait 6 more years for another eclipse, but super jelly because you guys get to see both in complete totality right in here, which that's freaking awesome. So the 2024 path is gonna run through Mexico all the way up to Kerrville, Eagle Pass, Del Rio, Waco, Dallas, naming bigger cities here, so like Texarkana, Little Rock, Jonesboro, Mountain Home, Poplar Bluff, West Plains, Cape Girardeau, Farmington, Carbondale, Bloomington, Terre Haute, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Mansfield, Ruffalo, Rochester, Watertown, Burlington, Mennonot, not sure if I'm saying that right, and Holton, as well as Press Isle. So that's kind of like the big full path there. Overall coverage, most of the United States is going to see a portion of this eclipse, which is freaking cool. We've got all the way down to like a 25% coverage, but I mean, even in Florida, like Miami, for instance, they're going to have a 46.2% coverage. It's going to definitely be noticeable. You will see a dimming view with this. You know, it's going to be something that you guys will see down there if you're living in Florida. Orlando has a 57% coverage rate. Looks like at 3:03 p.m. that's when they're going to have that coverage. So the closer you get, obviously, the better the coverage gets. Somebody that would live like here at Shreveport, you're going to have a 98.1% coverage. It's going to get pretty dark. you're going to see a slight sliver because you're not at full totality. If you're out here in the west, you know, somebody here in Albuquerque, you're going to have a 73% coverage. It's going to look like a crescent sun, which is still going to be super cool. You know, you're not going to see totality, but it's going to be awesome. Las Vegas, like I mentioned earlier, they're at a 50.8%, so half the sun is going to get covered up. That is going to be noticeable darkness. Now, the further you get out here, the less you're going to see. You know, up here in Washington, Seattle, you're really not going to notice much. You only have 20% coverage. Sacramento, you're looking at 34. San Fran, 33. Bakersfield, 44. So, you know, the length of totality we've got here, this is a super cool little map that NASA's put together. I applaud you guys. You did a good job on this map. You know, anywhere in between this range, you're looking at 4 minutes. The further you get out, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so on and so forth. So I'm planning on being somewhere in this area here, you know, in the southern Missouri area. I'm going to film this. So this is going to be a thing that I plan on filming. I'm going to try to live stream it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to live stream it because there's going to be a lot of people in the area, more than normal. So the internet is going to be backed up a little bit because I'm going to have to use cell data in order to live stream because I don't have a full source of Wi-Fi where I'm planning on going. So if I can't, then I will have the video. I'm going to use my action camera. I'm planning on using the tripod. It's going to be cool. I'm going to have glasses. And that brings me to another important point. If you plan on watching the eclipse, make sure that you get some Eclipse glasses. I bought these on Amazon. They are on the registered list of approved glasses. So they need to be ISO 12312-2. And they need to be on the list for approved glasses. So make sure you see that they are on that ISO list, because if they're not on that ISO list, you could really run into some issues with your eyes. And make sure you're wearing those glasses, because you're not supposed to look at the sun without protection. It will harm you. Just a real quick look at the time frame for this eclipse. We're gonna speed along here, and the umbra is gonna follow this path right here. We're gonna skip just a little bit further ahead until we actually start hitting land. So right about here at about 11, you're gonna start seeing the sun decrease in brightness in Mexico. And as we go along a little bit in the US, around noon, you're going to start to see that curville. And eventually it will cover most of the US. And the umbra is going to start hitting land around 1 o'clock there in Mexico. So at this particular moment here, the entire US, with the exception of Maine and Vermont, now they're completely covered. It's going to make landfall at Eagle Pass. You're going to start that totality at 1:27 p.m. And jumping ahead to Dallas, your totality is going to start at 1:40 p.m. Hot Springs, Arkansas, you're looking at 1:49 p.m. Poplar Bluff, you're looking at 1:56 p.m. Carbondale, 1:59, so not a big difference here. 3 minutes of difference for totality. Indianapolis, you're going to see that totality at roughly 3:06 p.m. So it's going to start getting into the later afternoon. 3:13 p.m. in Cleveland. Niagara Falls, 3:18. Holton, you're going to see that at 3:32. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and let you know about the upcoming video for the eclipse. I am very excited to share that with you guys and hope to see you there. And the event I live stream, it's going to be awesome. We're going to chill all day. We're going to film the eclipse. watch the changes. It's going to be super exploratory and awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I hope to see you guys there. Come see this. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, especially since it's not supposed to happen again for like 60 years. So definitely, if you have the opportunity to come out and see this eclipse, do it so you don't miss it. You know, you don't want to not have the opportunity to see something like this. It's going to be super cool. And with that being said, Peacemaker out.